Abundant.
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 Обильный, богатый, изобилующий.
Abundant.
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 The area has an abundant supply of rivers.
В этом районе много рек.
The area has an abundant supply of rivers.
The area has an abundant supply of rivers.
Goods are in abundant supply.
Товары в изобилии.
Goods are in abundant supply.
Goods are in abundant supply.
The wildlife surprisingly abundant.
Дикая природа удивительно обильна.
The wildlife surprisingly abundant.
The wildlife surprisingly abundant.
Bird life is abundant.
Жизнь птиц в изобилии.
Bird life is abundant.
Bird life is abundant.
Europe has endured abundant snowfall.
Европа пережила обильные снегопады.
Europe has endured abundant snowfall.
Europe has endured abundant snowfall.
Freshwater lakes abundant in wildlife.
Пресноводные озера богаты живой природой.
Freshwater lakes abundant in wildlife.
Freshwater lakes abundant in wildlife.
There is an abundant supply of cheap labor.
Там изобилие дешевой рабочей силы.
There is an abundant supply of cheap labor.
There is an abundant supply of cheap labor.
Rainfall is more abundant in summer.
Летом осадки более обильны.
Rainfall is more abundant in summer.
Rainfall is more abundant in summer.
The apple trees yielded an abundant harvest.
Яблони принесли обильный урожай.
The apple trees yielded an abundant harvest.
The apple trees yielded an abundant harvest.
An abundant supply of fresh water.
Богатые запасы пресной воды.
An abundant supply of fresh water.
An abundant supply of fresh water.
Abuse.
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 Злоупотреблять, ругать, оскорблять, плохо обращаться, браниться, ругаться, злоупотребление, оскорбление, брань, ругань, плохое обращение.
Abuse.
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 She took a lot of abuse from him.
Она терпела от него многочисленные оскорбления.
She took a lot of abuse from him.
She took a lot of abuse from him.
This boss abuses his workers.
Этот руководитель плохо обращается со своими рабочими.
This boss abuses his workers.
This boss abuses his workers.
It is an abuse of the system.
Это злоупотребление системой.
It is an abuse of the system.
It is an abuse of the system.
She was revolted at abuse.
Она была возмущена оскорблениями.
She was revolted at abuse.
She was revolted at abuse.
It was confirmed as abuse.
Это было подтверждено как злоупотребление.
It was confirmed as abuse.
It was confirmed as abuse.
She abused her friend's trust.
Она злоупотребила доверием своей подруги.
She abused her friend's trust.
She abused her friend's trust.
People who have suffered abuse.
Люди, которые пострадали от насилия.
People who have suffered abuse.
People who have suffered abuse.
This car has taken a lot of abuse.
С этой машиной очень плохо обращались.
This car has taken a lot of abuse.
This car has taken a lot of abuse.
Benefit abuse are unacceptable.
Злоупотребление преимуществами недопустимо.
Benefit abuse are unacceptable.
Benefit abuse are unacceptable.
I did not mean to abuse the cloth.
Я не хотел оскорбить честь мундира.
I did not mean to abuse the cloth.
I did not mean to abuse the cloth.
Abyss.
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 Пропасть, бездна, пучина, первозданный хаос.
Abyss.
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 Whine and I'll toss you down the abyss.
Скули, и я брошу тебя в пропасть.
Whine and I'll toss you down the abyss.
Whine and I'll toss you down the abyss.
A rope led down into the dark abyss.
Веревка вела в темную бездну.
A rope led down into the dark abyss.
A rope led down into the dark abyss.
Satan's dark abyss.
Темная бездна сатаны.
Satan's dark abyss.
Satan's dark abyss.
The abyss between the two nations.
Бездна между двумя народами.
The abyss between the two nations.
The abyss between the two nations.
The deep abyss must have a bottom.
Глубокая пропасть должна иметь дно.
The deep abyss must have a bottom.
The deep abyss must have a bottom.
This schism would finally open into an abyss.
Этот раскол, в конце концов, превратится в пропасть.
This schism would finally open into an abyss.
This schism would finally open into an abyss.
There is a huge abyss between thought and words.
Между мыслями и словами огромная пропасть.
There is a huge abyss between thought and words.
There is a huge abyss between thought and words.
Disease was nudging me towards the edge of the abyss.
Болезнь подталкивала меня к краю пропасти.
Disease was nudging me towards the edge of the abyss.
Disease was nudging me towards the edge of the abyss.
Ruler of the abyss between hell and earth.
Правитель бездны между адом и землей.
Ruler of the abyss between hell and earth.
Ruler of the abyss between hell and earth.
Teetering on the edge of the abyss.
Балансирует на краю пропасти.
Teetering on the edge of the abyss.
Teetering on the edge of the abyss.
Academy.
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 Академия, школа, высшее учебное заведение.
Academy.
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 The life outside the academy.
Жизнь за пределами академии.
The life outside the academy.
The life outside the academy.
A publishing world outside the academy.
Издательский мир за пределами академии.
A publishing world outside the academy.
A publishing world outside the academy.
A police academy.
Полицейская академия.
A police academy.
A police academy.
The academy has vigorous training programs.
В академии проводятся активные программы тренировок.
The academy has vigorous training programs.
The academy has vigorous training programs.
In academy, I'll be running 5 miles a day.
В академии я буду бегать по 5 миль в день.
In academy, I'll be running 5 miles a day.
In academy, I'll be running 5 miles a day.
She was enrolled in a private academy.
Она была зачислена в частную академию.
She was enrolled in a private academy.
She was enrolled in a private academy.
After a college, I entered the academy.
После колледжа я поступил в академию.
After a college, I entered the academy.
After a college, I entered the academy.
They had transferred from a private academy.
Они были переведены из частной академии.
They had transferred from a private academy.
They had transferred from a private academy.
He became more relevant outside the academy.
Он стал более актуальным вне академии.
He became more relevant outside the academy.
He became more relevant outside the academy.
I like a military academy.
Мне нравится военная академия.
I like a military academy.
I like a military academy.
Accelerate.
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 Ускорять, ускоряться, разгонять, увеличивать скорость.
Accelerate.
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 Electrons accelerate in the electric field.
Электроны ускоряются в электрическом поле.
Electrons accelerate in the electric field.
Electrons accelerate in the electric field.
Inflation started to accelerate.
Инфляция начала ускоряться.
Inflation started to accelerate.
Inflation started to accelerate.
Strong electric field can accelerate electrons.
Сильное электрическое поле может ускорить электроны.
Strong electric field can accelerate electrons.
Strong electric field can accelerate electrons.
I can't believe how fast these cars accelerate.
Я не могу поверить, как быстро эти машины разгоняются.
I can't believe how fast these cars accelerate.
I can't believe how fast these cars accelerate.
The rates of advance will accelerate.
Темпы развития будут ускоряться.
The rates of advance will accelerate.
The rates of advance will accelerate.
He accelerated the car.
Он разогнал автомобиль.
He accelerated the car.
He accelerated the car.
Suddenly the car accelerated.
Неожиданно машина ускорила ход.
Suddenly the car accelerated.
Suddenly the car accelerated.
Measures to accelerate the rate of economic growth.
Меры по ускорению темпов экономического роста.
Measures to accelerate the rate of economic growth.
Measures to accelerate the rate of economic growth.
Rocket is descending and accelerating.
Ракета спускается и ускоряется.
Rocket is descending and accelerating.
Rocket is descending and accelerating.
She stepped on the gas and the car accelerates.
Она нажала на газ, и машина разогналась.
She stepped on the gas and the car accelerates.
She stepped on the gas and the car accelerates.